It's basically retired. It's a 1958 American France 750 gallon per minute pumper.
We get a look at something from the Lehigh Valley International Air Force, and that is quite a different fire engine, would you say?
Yeah, that piece there is primarily designed for aircraft rescue firefighting. It's the only unit we're going to see like that in the parade today. It's a 1988 E1 1250 gallon per minute crash rescue vehicle.
And proud parade sponsor Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Lehigh Valley, brings in one of their trucks, and it's red, and it actually fits with the scheme of things today, I would say.
Put some lights on it, might look like a fire truck.
Exactly, exactly. We're taking a look now at the Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps. It's actually the only unit of its kind in the armed forces. It's part of the Army's official escort to the President of the United States, the 3D United States Infantry, stationed at Fort Myers, Virginia. The musicians of this unit recall the days of American Revolution as they parade the uniforms patterned after those worn by the musicians of General George Washington's Continental Army. Let's take a listen. Fife and Drum Corps has entertained millions with marching precision and unique musical arrangements. I'm going to send it down to Ann Savkova, who has a little special guest for us. Ann?
A few minutes ago, we showed you a collie. Now, we don't want to deceive you. That's not a firehouse dog, but right in front of me, I do have a firehouse dog. This is Phoenix, named after her fire company. And, of course, you know the legend of the phoenix, the bird that rises from its own ashes. I understand that Dalmatians are frequently born deaf. How's this one?
She hears very, very well.
Usually when there's food involved?
Whenever there's food, she's right there. As soon as you have to do is just open up the kitchen cabinet, and she's right there with her nose.
Well, we're really glad to have your mascot here with us today, and we're looking for something to feed her. So if anybody has any suggestions, well, we're open. Thanks,
okay,
Stu. Thanks for joining us.
Take care.
The Aquashicola Fire Department has just walked by. They were established in 1929. Rory Coons is the chief over there. They're still in front of us, are they not?
Yeah, they're based up in Lower Mensing Township, just outside of Palmerton in Carbon County. And we saw an American LaFrance 1,500 gallon per minute rescue pumper, and also a Freightliner S&S 1,800 gallon tanker.
Moving on to the Sweetland Volunteer Fire Company from Sweetland, Pennsylvania. November 20th, 1920 was their date of establishment.
They just celebrated their 75th anniversary. The Aquashicola Fire Department attended their parade. They're the oldest fire company from Upper Marion Township in Montgomery County, 75 years old and still fighting.
And another proud sponsor of the parade is Hatfield Meats from Hatfield, Pennsylvania. And I like the looks of that truck.
It's kind of neat. And you really can't do a parade like this without lots of sponsors. We've had a lot of cooperation from sponsors, the people in town and whatnot. You just can't thank these people enough.
Get a look at the Millersville State College Marching Band, who is under the direction of Daniel Hessling. Let's take a listen. The Marauder Marching Unit is 145 strong. As I said, they are under the direction of Daniel Hessling, the director, and they entertain thousands across the nation each year. We're going to send it down to Ann Savkova, who has a special guest down for us on the street.
I'm here with Lois Smith, who's one of the female members of the Aquashicola Fire Department. Lois, how many women actually do serve with you?
We have a total of 4 women.
That's wonderful. Now, how did you actually get involved?
Well, I met a woman in New York City, was the first female firefighter from New York, and she inspired me to go ahead and go for it. And I went and I talked to some of the guys, and they led me into believing that this is something in my career.
That's wonderful. Are you a volunteer?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you do when you're not volunteering?
Oh, I'm a housewife. I have 2 children I take care of.
That's also a very dangerous career.
Oh, yeah. Very much.
Well, I want to thank you for being with us. You're an inspiration to the other women here today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. We get a look at the Leithsville Volunteer Fire Department, established 1927.
And that's Rescue 6142, a light rescue, 1991 E1.
Vigilance Hose is next up. They're from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and Danny Keenhold is the chief over there.
And that's Engine 5, which is a 1978 Miracle of France bumper. And here's Rescue 5, a 1988 GMC Heavy Rescue Unit.
Right now, we get a look at the Freedom High School Fife Corps from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Also, the Freedom High School Marching Band is right there as well. Let's take a listen. George Taylor home float from Catasauqua, Pennsylvania.
And we're fortunate to have that historic site here in the borough, to have sign of the Declaration of Independence take up shop here, make Catasauqua's residence. And that's being pulled by a vehicle from the Catasauqua Public Works Department, and that's another organization we can't thank enough. They've done a fine job cleaning the streets all week. They've been helping us set things up. We just can't thank them enough. They've really done a fine job.
Up next, we do move along in the Freedom High School Patriot Band. See, I promised we would get them today. There's 160 instrumentalists, 13 twirlers, and 4 in the color guard. The president is Sue Landis. The student director is Stephen Gorbos. Let's take a listen. Is Ronald Dept, who is also the director of the Allentown Band, and the Patriot Band was organized under the direction of Ronald Dept when the school opened in 1967 and had a band membership of 90 students. This is one great band. Moving right along, let's take a look at the Phillipsburg Fire Department, established 1887. Richard Hayes, the chief over there.
And there are friends from across the Delaware River over in New Jersey. And here we see a 1986 Chevrolet Blazer Chief's vehicle. Chief needs a way to get to the fire also.
Head Majorette is Kelly Burke. Lisa Bevan is the... Next, we have up your neighbors, the North Catasauqua Fire Department from North Catasauqua, Pennsylvania. They were established in November of 1909, and Francis Haddock is the chief.